for everything under the sun. A time to be born, a time to go to school, time when you need to serve your fatherland. If you are in Africa, well, exactly, we are in New York. So I'm hanging out with the one and only, I call him the super chef, Chef JJ. It's nice to have you.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, so nice.
You can make a left here, you can on 90th Street.
Here, right?
Yeah.
I really don't know how you guys survived in New York, but it's a lot. You won't believe it. It actually took me 2 hours, 41 minutes to get here. How do you guys survive?
I would have turned around 2 hours and 41 minutes, man.
Come on, Chef. You know, we got to have you on the show.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, before I used to say New Yorkers could survive, right? Now, I don't know who survived. Like, I don't know who actually lives in New York anymore.
Oh, my God. Because look at cars. People still
people are still here. People want to live here. People love New York. But it is getting pricey. I think before it was like, yeah, it's pricey to live. It's pricey to have an apartment here.
Yeah.
But it wasn't pricey for like groceries or pricey to buy a drink. It was pricey, but it wasn't like crazy. I mean, I went out the other night. I got an espresso martini. It was $30.
Ooh.
I said, how much alcohol y'all putting in there? Right? I mean, like, people can't afford that. Because if you're spending $30 on one cocktail and you're normally out with two people, they're only going to buy two drinks, maybe the third one they share.
You know?
So New York's got to get recalibrated. And I'm not really sure who's going to recalibrate it, but it has to get recalibrated.
I'm thinking you are reaching out to the politicians somewhere, you know. Let's talk about you.
Keep going straight.
Let's talk about you. How did the whole thing started? You know, you look so young. I saw you on LinkedIn. I said, this man looks so young. Then coming to see you, you know, you look younger than what I saw on
I mean, I'm the same age as you, man. I'm the same age as you, man.
So tell us, how did this whole buzz started as in shelf that believes it rise so much? Tell us your story. What's your story?
My story started off in my grandmother's kitchen. My grandmother one of my grandmothers is Puerto Rican. I grew up in her kitchen. My grandfather's from Barbados. One of my grandfathers from Barbados, Asian. And I grew up with them. When my parents went to work, they dropped me off at their house. And my grandmother and my grandfather made cooking really fun. The music would be playing. She'd be cooking all day long. The food would be delicious. It was delicious, but I didn't want to eat it all the time because I'm a kid. And as I grew at 7, 8 years old, I said I wanted to be a chef because I saw this joy in food. And I never have done anything else but cook and try to connect people through the best moments in our lives, which is at the table. And listen, I've been through it, right? I've been in restaurants that have closed. I've been in restaurants that have been successful. There's been moments when I was in culinary school and I didn't want to cook anymore. You'll keep going straight to hit Central Park. But I don't want to cook anymore. So it's been really, a journey. I think what keeps me young is that I get to do what I love to do every day. Right? I get to really cook food or hire folks. And my grandfather looked young. He was about 70 to about 82. They used to card him for when he said he was. They used to card him in the grocery store for his senior citizen discount. So, but yeah, that's a little bit about my story.
You know, I read a bit about you, and I also saw you on global media pages, Forbes and all of that. Tell us, so you've been doing this professionally for 20 years, I guess?
Yeah, I would consider myself professionally doing this for 20 years, yes.
All right. So for people out there looking at, I'm going to be a chef. I know in all stories we have the good and the bad and the ugly side of stories. So what's the good, what's the bad, what's the ugly side of this profession?
I think the profession has changed. I think the good part of the profession now that it's an accepted profession. Let me help you get through on this side. You got some space. You can pull your mirror in.
Yeah. New York, right?
New York. Does this get pulled in? Can I pull it in?
Yeah, pull it in.
You got plenty of room on this side. You good. Plenty. Well, I think.
Yeah, you're talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah, I think the greatest part is that it's an accepted industry, right? In households now. It's still a blue collar industry, it's still a working class industry, right? People work in this industry. That's the ugly part. And you might just be getting paid minimum wage, and you might have to work 2 jobs. That's, everybody's not going to be on television. Everybody's not going to own a restaurant. Everybody's not going to make livable income in this restaurant, in this industry. I think a lot of people in the industry want to do that and pushing it forward. I try to push it forward with my staff. I try to make sure people have a livable income and try to push and do things to make it feel like it's a career and not just, a job.
Just hobby, right?
Right. And from my perspective, listen, you want to own a restaurant, you got to go open a restaurant for somebody else. You got to be part of that team. You want to cook for the famous, you got to go figure out how to be around the famous. You want to be the best chef ever, you got to try to cook around the best chefs ever. Make a left, sorry. You got to cook around the best chefs and be in the best restaurants, right? And push yourself and jump around and see the world. So, you might have to take an opportunity that doesn't pay you a lot of money, but you might have family that live over there. You can live in their house, in their basement, and in their room. So there's a lot of sacrifice in it, but as long as you have like a goal or you have a roadmap that you're working on, it should work itself out.
So are there experiences you want to share with us at a particular time where you feel that you want to give up on this profession someday, or before you became successful, in my opinion? Are there moments where you almost gave up and said, you know what, this is not for me?
I would say there's 5 moments in my career where I've almost given up. There's 5.
Let's share with us.
One is culinary school. I was going to give up in culinary school because I was the worst person in my class.
When you say worst, how do you mean?
I just wasn't doing well, man.
Academically?
I couldn't cut the vegetables right. I couldn't get the stuff right.
Really?
Yeah, we're going to go all the way straight, so don't worry. Couldn't get it right. My dad said, listen, if it was easy, everybody would do it. So keep your head down and let's figure it out. I'll say another point was when I was working at Morgan Stanley Executive Dining Room, and I was applying for jobs to become a CDC, which we call like what's the right terminology? Chef de cuisine, right? And nobody was offering me the role when I had so much experience.
Why?
So I say, why am I not getting these roles? I try not to assume. The industry is a very European industry. It's changing. It's a very Eurocentric industry. And, it's hard being Black American, educated. Yeah, you got to be better than everybody else, right? So, it becomes tough. And I always say, I wish people would just hire people because you are good, big experience, skill, and you're a good person. And every business would be diverse, right? You wouldn't have to worry about diversity. You wouldn't have to put all these things in effect because people would just be coming because they know you're hiring the best people, and your room would look amazing with all different types of folks around. And then another moment that I was going to quit was definitely right before I opened Fieldtrip. I was having a hard time raising capital. And I said, maybe I shouldn't try to be a restaurant owner. Maybe I should be like a personal chef and make a couple $100,000 a year. It'd be a lot easier. And I would say definitely the pandemic. There was days I just had like young kids, they were like, I don't even think they were 2. How old are they now? 7, 5? Yeah, they were like 2.
Encumbered.
Right? And I have twins. And they, going to work every day to keep my restaurant open, but also am I keeping my family safe? So should we do this? Should I close the doors? And if I would have closed the doors in the pandemic, I wouldn't have Fieldtrip no more. The whole thing probably would close. So those are 2 moments where I got the crossroads where I'm like, which should I do?
Yes. Congratulations on your twins too.
Oh, thank
now
you.
they're 7, right?
8 now, yeah.
8 and 9. Wow.
8, yeah.
So tell us about Fieldtrip. What's this story about Fieldtrip?
So Fieldtrip is a rice bowl shop. I believe that rice connects everybody. It doesn't
What?
matter.
You know, I don't want to go into jollof rice, because most times people say Nigerians would make the best.
Where are you from?
I'm Nigerian.
Oh man, I make jollof rice.
Come on.
But I don't make Nigerian style. I make Ghanaian style because I cooked in Ghana.
Oh really?
So I cooked in Ghana.
So what are you saying? That Ghanaian jollof is better than?
No, I'm not saying that Ghanaian jollof is better. I'm saying that it's the only style of jollof I know how to cook.
You cruising with me right now, Chef. I don't want to throw you out of my car. Nigerian jollof is the best, man. So tell us.
I like all the jollof. I don't want to get into jollof wars.
Into that war. Tell us about Fieldtrip. I'm really curious about it.
Fieldtrip is a rice bowl shop. Fields are for the rice fields. Trips are for the trips I've taken. That's why I picked the name. We have a slogan where rice is culture. Just like you talk about jollof. Yeah. That's your culture. That's what you stand for. And look, I tell people all the time, if you're trying to learn about a culture, you could literally go through the door of rice in that specific place of the world or region, and it will open up your eyes to it. In West Africa, it's jollof.
It is.
In India, it's biryani, right?
It is.
In China, it might be fried rice, right?
Yeah.
Or it might be kanji, right? So wherever you go, you kind of see this style of rice. Italy, it could be risotto, right? So it could open the doors, right? So it opens the doors. You just go around the bend this way. Yeah, we're gonna go around the bend that way. Yeah. So it just opens up the doors, and that's at Fieldtrip. We're just trying to connect people to this right here. We're just trying to connect folks to community and culture, and trying to keep the food affordable. As the prices go up in New York City, we're probably one of the cheapest brands, and I hate using the word cheap, affordable brands, incomparable to scalable brands in New York City. You can walk out of Fieldtrip probably and get a drink, a bowl, and a side, depending on what your side is or extra, and spend less than $25. If you did that in any other space, you'd be up in the 30 range.
What magic? Rice is a culture. That sounds very good. What's the? How do I put this? I might not have the right word to use as a chef. But what magic do you make with rice? For example, you could make fried rice, jollof rice, coconut rice. Tell us about.
We make all those rices. The magic is that we're giving you the whole grain of rice. So we're in search for really good rice and buying rice from farmers or places that we believe make good rice for people to consume. We're just not giving you any type of rice. We're like really searching for rice that's not bleached. Yeah, make a left here. Adam Clean Power. That's not bleached or not enriched. That's whole grain, which nourishes your body, right? And it might not be a rice that you find in the supermarket, or it could be. But we're just in search of that. So, and I think that's where the magic is. And I think also the magic is it's a comfortable place for everybody, for all type of people. Working class, rich, police officers, firefighters, people that might just hang out on the street, right, with their friends. I want to kick it. When you come to Fieldtrip, it's not a space that you have to worry about somebody judging you, right? Moms coming there with their kids, nannies,
no judge zone, right?
No judge zone, yeah. And I think that's important when you are dining in restaurants, and you should be able to be around all types of people. So,
all right, let's talk about. I kind of like this though. Let's talk about your staff strength. So, looking at Fieldtrip, started professionally in probably 20 years, as you said. What's your staff strength like?
My staff strength, that they're able to execute the vision, right? So, like, I think when you're building a company, you're gonna make it right on 116th Street. When you're building a company, you kind of have, in the beginning, it's you working in it. You're working. And then as you're trying to build it, you're then trying to find people that can help execute the vision, right? And they execute. And then after you get to execution mode, then you got to find the experts that can grow the company.
That's true.
Right? And right now we have great executors in Fieldtrip. People that can execute Fieldtrip. People that can take my vision and help execute it and give feedback. We should do this better, or what about this, and what about that? And I think that's what the team at Fieldtrip does really well. And when you have multiple locations around food, you're trying to cook that food to be exactly the same in all the locations.
Yeah,
that's really, really hard.
branded,
That's really, really hard to do. Really, really hard.
That's the recipe, I guess.
That is the recipe. And I would say we probably do that 80% well. We have 20% that we need to do better in that area. But that's, that's the focus every day.
That is part of it.
Yeah,
I'm aware that you have two, except I'm missing it, that you have two outlets.
We have two outlets here in New York City, one in Rockefeller Center, and then one in Harlem on between 116th and 115th Street. And we also have one in the Bahamas, in the Atlantis.
Oh.
Yeah, so we have 3 locations. We have one coming soon to the airport, JFK Airport.
Wow, that's a big one.
Yeah, that's going to be big for us from a brand awareness standpoint, yeah.
Wow, that's good. So are you, because on this show, maybe I didn't tell you that what we do on this show basically is to try much as possible to pass the strength, the information to young entrepreneurs, people that are aspiring to definitely to be like you in the future. And one of the priorities on this show is to see how we can empower them with job information, and of course, insight into successful journey to entrepreneurship.
Right.
So, do you have any?
I think, listen, if you're trying to be a chef, you're going to turn right here, make a right. Yeah. Fieldtrip will be on the right hand side. If you're trying to work if you want to be a chef, go work in the best restaurant in your community. Don't worry first. Don't worry about I gotta go to New York City. I gotta go to Chicago. It's like, no. Where's the best restaurant in your community? Or maybe there's a chef or a restaurant owner that you love in your community. Go work for them because you entrust in them.
Free, right?
Right, and go work, right? Even knock on doors. Look for a mentor. Email somebody you love. Like, it doesn't even matter. You can email a superstar. Fieldtrip's right here. You can email a superstar and tell somebody, hey, it's right here on the right.
Oh my God, look at that.
Yeah, you can double park right here.
All right.
You can take that lady's
Look
spot.
at that.
Reach out to somebody you believe in. It could be a megastar, a superstar, and just tell them, listen, I'm looking for a mentor because I want to do X. They might reach back out to you. Or somebody on their team on a LinkedIn page, like, hey, you're a sports agent? Hey, I want to be a sports agent. Can I get like a 10-minute conversation with you? Help me out on my journey? I think less and less people do that. I'm even looking for mentors to help me grow to the next level. I think that's very, very important on growth.
All right, guys, we're definitely going to take a break and let's grab something and have a taste of rice is culture, talking about Fieldtrip. I want to have a taste.
You got to have the jollof. You got to get the jollof.
Oh, my God. If you hear that, we're going to have the jollof. Don't ask me if it's Nigerian jollof. Jollof is jollof, but I don't want to. I'm looking out for Fieldtrip jollof rice. He says it's kind of aligned with Ghanaian kind of taste, right?
Yeah.
But I'll take it. I love Ghanaian jollof rice. So, guys, you ready? Let's go get it. We'll be back. It's the Job Show. Guys, you won't believe this.
Watermelon iced teas.
Oh my God. Did you guys see that? Watermelon iced tea. Jeez.
And I got you oxtail egg roll. We can split it.
Oh my God.
A little barbecue sauce.
Look at that.
And then I got you some roasted chicken, pickled red onions, avocado with the jollof.
Woo-hoo. Guys, look at this. With jollof, avocado.
And then I did a little bit of the famous fried chicken.
Do you have any special?
Every bowl comes with our wok veggies, collard greens, cabbage.
Oh my God. Let me quickly take it.
Go ahead. Look, I know you eat rice, man. You're using a spoon.
Yeah,
you're using a spoon for the rice.
You know, Nigerians.
You're not even trying to get the chicken. You want the rice.
We don't mess around with when it comes to jollof. Look at that. I kind of like it though. Look at the red.
Is it a good color? Be honest though. Be honest.
One thing I know about myself is I try much as possible to be sincere and honest.
It's not super spicy.
No. I'm not kidding, man. Yeah, I'm not expecting anything spicy because it's not my home food. You know, if you are cooking at home food, then you can make it as spicy as you want. But when you are eating out, it should be minimal. I love this. I love this. So, how much is this bowl?
This roasted chicken bowl is $14.95.
That's affordable. Wow.
I don't know if you like oxtail.
Yep.
Driving into my seatbelt.
All right. Guys, we are back on the road. So, in case you are in Harlem, you are in New York, do you have any outlet in Brooklyn?
Nothing in Brooklyn, but I need to open one in Brooklyn.
Okay. So, in case you, how far is Brooklyn from here?
Brooklyn to Harlem is pretty far. So, if you come in to see it, if you live in Brooklyn, you want to go to the one in Rock Center. But you can take the 2 train. The 2 train is right in front of the restaurant.
Well, people can as well order online.
Order online. You can do all that good stuff.
Right, that's what's up. That means you can order online and have a taste of it.
Deliver right to you.
I'm not kidding, guys. I'm not doing any marketing. This is good. This is really good. Believe me, Chef.
I'll take the marketing from you.
I've tasted a lot of jollof. Believe me, this is good.
All right, so this is our egg roll right here.
Okay, we're gonna split it here. I don't like the taste of it.
With oxtail. This is a little pricey though, because you know the oxtails cost.
My God.
You want to dip it a little bit in the bottom.
How much is this?
This is $10. This is oxtail, man. The oxtail costs money.
I don't
Big money.
I'm getting one as I'm leaving. I don't care. I'm buying one. My God.
Those are new.
This is good.
Oh, thank you.
Now.
You can come up. We want to go right back around.
So this special? This is special.
This is new, yeah. Oxtail, cabbage, some turmeric is in there.
From Fieldtrip? This is special. You can't get it anywhere.
No. It's good. And you could get it with jerk sauce if you want it.
My God. I'm going to buy this because I'm leaving, man.
That sounds good.
This is good.
When you get to the next slide, you're going to make it right.
Okay, right?
Right, yeah.
This is good. I love this.
So why do you do this show?
Back to me, man. Did you guys see that? Back to me. Yeah, I'll tell you for free. You know, I've been an entrepreneur for God knows when, maybe 14 years from Nigeria. I've been to 14 countries, you know, but I've actually, right,
Right, yeah.
you know, the problem is the same. You know, the problem is the same. You find out that I've met over 6. I used to have a radio show and a TV show back home here. So every
in Nigeria?
In Nigeria, you know, and I also did in South Africa as well. So every time I meet these young entrepreneurs, you know, 6 out of 10 will probably just decline and.
Oh, when you reach out to them?
No. Anytime I see them, they come to me for counseling, mentorship. You know, you find out that 6 out of 10 will probably just drop the vision and go back to a page job. Right. And I asked them, the question is the same. You know, that what exactly is the problem? He said, entrepreneurship is not for me, man. I said, why? He said, because I'm struggling, you know. And my kind of explanation to that is that it takes at least minimum of 2 to 3 years for a baby to walk, right?
Right.
You know, probably a baby will start crying, gestation, then later you start seeing trying to drug and probably crawl. You know, after crawling, probably wants to run and fall, you know, fall, stand. Before you know, in 3 years, the baby is walking, you know. Then probably in 4 years, is running. You know, I think that's synonymous to entrepreneurship. But believe me, there's little I can say except people get to hear from these successful entrepreneurs directly, and that's the bet of cruising with the CEO.
Gotcha. I like that.
I'm going to have By the way, I love you. I'm going to get what I'm living. Let's talk about finance. 9 out of 10. That's their problem.
It's everybody's
How
problem.
would people get finances to get your dream done? The mentorship is good. The branding is okay. The vision is fine. But in my headache, back home in my culture, it says if money is not around, but I don't make any new ideas. Because money takes everything. So how do you guys navigate about it?
And you can't forget about the money. Listen, the bank didn't close because they went in the credit card business. The bank closed because they didn't watch your cash. Like the cash is king. And I wake up, the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is I open my bank account and I look at what cash went out and what cash went in, because somebody might have forgot to pay you. Somebody might have, your account might have paid the wrong person. You're going to go around and make it right over here. An account might have paid the wrong person.
You got to check the Benjamins first, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how do people, for young entrepreneurs that really want to get into your business, how would they navigate? You quite said something good. You talked about, working as a volunteer, as an intern, somebody somewhere in your community. That's fine. But taking it a step further, how do they upscale to, getting their dream come to reality in terms of finance? What's the secret to that?
I think the secret is, or not really a secret, how much money do you need for your company to stay in business for a year, 18 months? If you're in the tech business, tech companies are raising money to have a burn rate for 3 to 5 years. How you just said it, a baby has to walk. People have to know your business. You got to develop the prototype. But the tech business gives you a bigger return while they're able to raise more money. So I tell people all the time, make your restaurant treat it like a tech company. How much money are you going to take? Don't tell me you just want to have you have enough money to burn for 2 or 3 months. People won't even know you're open yet. You need money to at least be open for a year.
For real?
Yeah.
So how do you get such funds for at least be floating for a year?
Listen.
Because we're talking about young startups here,
I think you just have to ask. You have to first be comfortable telling people you're raising money. Hey, John, I'm raising, for a concept about $5 million. You have to be comfortable saying that to your friends, to your dentist, to your lawyer,
to every face that you meet. You must say.
And then one person's going to say to you, "Oh, I'd love to learn more about that." And they might not be They might not be the person that writes you a check, but they might be the person that introduces you to the next person that might write you a check.
That's a trick.
That's a trick. Let me make it right up here on the slide. That's a trick. And when you have to be comfortable saying that, and then when you get through the process, people are always going to try to devalue you, especially if you're a woman or a person of color. But the one thing that I've learned, and I've raised money one time, that people that raise money don't ever stop raising money. They raise money. People that raise money for businesses never stop raising money.
They keep raising.
They keep going. They're like, okay, Greg, this round was closed. Let's put this development plan in effect. And then they start to put the plan together to raise money. I mean, I know a guy in a business, they have 100 restaurants. He raised, the last time I talked to him, he raised $20 million. That was 6 months ago.
Jesus.
Now he's going back out to raise another $50 million.
Same strategy you talked about?
Same strategy. But trying to get growth, trying to get multiples, right?
For real?
Yeah. It doesn't matter. Think about it. Even if you're in the stock market, right? There's companies targeting people to invest and buy stocks all the time. It doesn't stop.
Yeah, stock market don't close shop.
Correct. So I think a lot of us are like, oh man, I raised $1 million. My plan says I'm going to get to 5 million a year 4, and then you're year 2.5, and you're like, ooh, I miss out on all these opportunities. And I don't have capital to do it. You got to constantly keep doing it because that money is earmarked to do that, what you said. But as you're growing your business or whatever you're doing, you still won't be able to do the next level, and it doesn't stop. It has to keep going. And that's what I learned. I wish I would have done after raising the first round.
So let's go back to your experience in raising funds. How much, your first experience, how much were you able to raise?
My first experience, I raised $700,000.
In New York?
In New York. Friends and family. And one big name investor. One big name like family.
Wow.
The second round, which I call like a C round or a Series A, I think I raised 2.75, something like that. I don't know.
Millions?
Yeah.
My God.
Not a lot of money.
It's not?
No.
Come on, man. I've never seen $1 million in my life.
Yo, man, if you raise in 20, 10 million, 20 million, 30 million, that's different. Because you're envisioning that
Chef JJ, my God.
$2 million is not a lot of money. You go through $2 million quick in a business.
So these funds, were they investment or
Some were
donations?
private. No, nobody's donating money.
All right.
It is
Investment, right?
investment, yeah, private equity. But that was like 5 years ago. Now it's time to go out and raise more money, right? If you want to grow. And sometimes, listen, your insular business should make money to help you grow too, right? But let's just say you're $1 million business and you drop 10% to the bottom. It's $100,000.
Yep.
You would have to physically, every month or every week, pull that 10% and put it in a separate account for just to be there to do stuff. Because what happens is you don't factor for repair and maintenance. You don't factor for a legal incident. You don't factor if your insurance goes up, right? And then you use that money. So yes, your business can be 10%, but you're using that money. So, and that's where a lot of people, I believe, think, oh yeah, my business may drop 10%, 13%. That's great, it's a healthy business. But you also, are you paying back investors off that money? It's not all earmarked for growth. And maybe you don't want to grow. Maybe you're just good with that business.
I think probably 9 out of 10 ones are good.
So, and listen, there are some businesses that don't need to grow, right? You're a laundromat, you're dry cleaning, you're a car wash company. I mean, sometimes I want to get into those businesses as well, just to have another form of income, right? To say, hey, I'm gonna have I've always said, I always want a laundromat. I don't need to be there.
Yeah, that's automated, right?
It's automatic. And if you want to have a wash and fold, which I think is like I think that business makes tons of money. Wash and fold business.
People are busy.
And people, I think there are some people, I don't know, I think in the suburbs, wash and fold business that pick up your stuff from your house. They probably wash it in their own house. Next light you'll make it right. So I think there's a lot of different ways to think about your business and go from there.
I think the take home for me today is how I think that's problem is half solved, with the kind of insight you put into it, how to raise funds, because it's actually a big problem it's been a major problem, a concern for startups. How do I raise funds? So you must start with friends and family,
Always say start with friends and family. Tell a friend to give you $5,000.
And it's not about friends and family trying to donate for free. It has to be an investment fund.
Yeah. Tell them, listen, hey, I know you got some money. You want to give me $5,000? Oh no, I want $10,000. Should send them the paperwork. Let them look. I always say, when I was younger, if I was smart, I would have bought a house in the area I went to college in with like 3 friends. And then when we leave college, we rent out that house. And then we would have the equity in that house. And we would have been
to
all these
expand
things.
and do all the businesses and get
Correct.
it from
They make it right here.
My God.
Even if you would have used your refund check for a deposit on the bank loan, on the mortgage, you would have you would have something that you could then lean in. Then we'll make the next ride.
I'm paid off though.
You would, and then you rent it out to the next college kids that go to the same school you go to. And I think I see a lot of parents doing that now at their kids. They send them to college.
Yeah.
They buy a house for them in that area.
Yeah.
And they live in that house. But they rent the rooms out to other college kids. Right? Because it's actually cheaper for parents to rent, and the house is super close to the campus. So there's so many ways to do it. It's just getting started. And it's just you don't have to get started in a grand scheme of things. Right, I opened up in Harlem. There's no fast casual restaurants here looking to grow. There's a lot of mom and pop restaurants that are delicious. Now we're here, we see all these big brands coming into Harlem, 30, 40 locations. Better for you food. And people are like, why are you opening here? You should be opening downtown. I'm not going to give you money. But the rent I felt comfortable. I was like, oh, maybe I could pay that rent if I don't get the people going through the door. So you have to just look at the economics of it all and really try to figure out what works for you and what type of people you want to be around, what communities you want to support. I think all is important.
That's a very deep one. Let's talk about what's coming up on. Andre, talk to me about your upcoming event.
So
deeply. I'm interested.
October 18th. I'm doing an event called The Cookout. It's to celebrate food and culture right here in New York City. We'll have some music, some DJs, live performance, about 10 chefs cooking their food. And it's just to bring people together. It's all you can eat, all you can drink. A VIP ticket's $200. The general admission is $150. It's a great time with great people right here in New York City, right in Midtown.
Oh, on the 18th, right? What
on
time?
The 18th of October from 3 to 7.
Do you have VIPs, VVIP ticket?
I have VIP tickets to get you like a memorabilia cup. You could cut the line, early admission, and hang out with me for the first hour. So
you can probably hang out with the chef himself. That's a good. I'm looking forward to it.
My dear friend Angela Yee from the Yee Show be co-hosting with me.
Oh,
so
really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be there.
Oh, you coming through?
I'm coming through.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Chef, I'm coming through.
I'll make sure I find somebody from Niger to cook their rice.
Do you have some Nigerian Afrobeat music DJ to be on the floor?
I got some Afro beats coming.
Yeah, we do the best of Afrobeat. We're on top of the map right now.
You are on the top of the map.
Yeah, we are right now.
You are on top of the map.
So is there anyone you want to give a shout out to before?
I want to give a shout out to the Harlem community, the New York City community for having my back, coming to my restaurant, supporting my stuff. People like you want to showcase me on what I'm doing. So just thank you for having me on your show. This was super fun. I didn't know what to expect. And I hope everybody comes to Fieldtrip or shows up to the Cookout for a really great time.
I'm going to push. I told Andre I'm going to push a lot. Because of what I do have one or two CEOs as mentors. So I might be reaching out to them as well and tell them about,
dope. That'd be
dope. Tell them about your event coming up. Believe me, they'll show up.
That's good.
I'll show up as well too. I might show up with the group of people, just to give support to.
I appreciate that.
The chef himself, the chef himself. Let's talk about empowerment in terms of job. Do you have any job openings that job seekers could apply for?
Right now, I don't have any job openings, but people can always apply or reach out.
Straight up.
Yeah, the restaurant's right here, but you could actually go straight and then come back around. You can always reach out to us.
Okay.
You never know when something opens up. So definitely come through and apply. But the greatest thing about Fieldtrip is we have a great retention rate.
Great. That's why, I have to give it to you.
Too good on my side.
New York, guys.
You got plenty of space over here.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys survive there, man. I just want to go back.
Go back to New Jersey?
I'm telling you, I don't know how you guys, look at it. You have a good car, but you can't drive it because it's too congested. My God, I love to drive. So, one thing we always say...
You can make it right here on the next street. Whatever one you want.
All right?
No, not on red. Not on red. Not in New York
So,
City.
all right, guys, it's been cruising with the CEO. I had the opportunity to cruise with Chef JJ.
That's cool.
Chef JJ.
JJ, that's it.
What does JJ stand for?
My first name Joseph, my last name Johnson. But there's a lot of those guys running around, so the kitchen gives me the name JJ.
JJ, Joseph Johnson. Guys, you heard it out. I'm looking forward to the 18th though.
Well, I'm looking forward to having you.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a good time.
It is. I believe that. It is. Thanks a lot, Chef. We appreciate it. We do appreciate the insights you gave on this, how to be a successful entrepreneur. In one word or in one big sentence, what does success mean to you?
I think success, that's such a, people.
So-
I think success for me is two things, right? It's pride, it's something that has pride in it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So the pride, and the second part is success for me right now is that my restaurants are selling. And then,
Especially it's heading to it's getting to the airport, right?
yeah, going into the airport. Yeah. It was great. It was great hanging with you.
I like that. We're gonna take some pictures before I leave.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going in. I'm gonna take some quick pictures and see how we go.
I mean, put your hazards on and just keep your eyes out for you. I don't want you getting a ticket.
Yeah, I will get a ticket.
If this guy moved up for you, you could get in here.
Yeah, but is it there?
No, it's right here.
No, the guy.
Is he there? I can ask him. Let me ask him.
Please. All right, guys.
All right, talk to you soon.
Yeah. I love it.